Hi, this is an introduction to SAP MM module. SAP is an ERP designed to manage the flow of information, activities, and manage resources. It is required to complete business processes such as procurement and managing orders, billing of orders, sales and distribution, and other business processes which are related to an organization, which we will discuss further in detail in the upcoming videos. SAP MM helps in managing procurement activities of an organization. It supports all aspects of material management and inventory management. It is linked to other modules such as sales and distribution, production planning, plant maintenance, project systems, and warehouse management. It deals with procurement processes in the form of master data, material master and vendor master data, account determination, valuation of materials, inventory management, invoice verification, and material requirement planning. SAP GUI consists of a menu bar, toolbar, and title bar, which displays the name of the application that you are in. And to start a business application, there is a command field which uses a logical code associated with the business process. Transaction codes are used directly in the command field to start an application. SAP has an easy access menu which consists of uh, fields, folders such as Office, cross application, collaboration projects, logistics, accounting, human resource, information technology, and tools. In SAP, there are two ways to invoke a transaction. One is by clicking on the menu or by using the transaction code. ME21 is the transaction code to invoke create purchase order transaction. SAP system also has two types of help, that is the application help and the system SAP library. SAP help is accessed through F1 for any fields on the SAP screen, and match codes, search match codes to search appropriate documents. And then there's SAP library, which is an online portal. Now I'll discuss some of the business activities and their modules. Uh, some of the business activities in SAP are sales and marketing transactions, which are like customer order inquiries, payments, etc. And it is included in SAP SD module. Then there is an SAP PP module, which is for production planning. It is related to material requirement planning, material processing, and production. Then there is an SAP MM module, which is used for handling business processes related to procurement and inventory management. Then transportation, transportation, distribution, and shipping of finished goods are captured in transport management tools with SAP SD and SAP MM module. Then there is a warehouse management module, that is SAP WM, and the last is a FICO module, that is the finance and costing in and controlling of SAP data related to finance. Different business scenarios implemented in SAP are like consignment cycle, subcontracting cycle, request for quotations, long-term contracts, scheduling agreements, and stocking strategies, and invoicing plan. Now let us discuss the flow of information in SAP MM module. So it starts with company user creating in the plant creates a purchase request first. This purchase request is sent to the purchasing department to find the vendors from where the material can be procured. And this is now then converted into purchase order, that is the PO. PR contains information related to the material, the quantity, required date, plant, storage, location, and plant group. It is either created manually or through material requirement planning. Then the PO, purchase order, is sent to the vendor a PO document is created from the PR. In addition to the information contained in PR, it includes headers, information such as delivery, vendor address, payment processing, and partner information. Other business scenarios are uh, such as RFQ, that is a request for quotation, which is used when when for any material there is no vendor available, uh, and no information about the vendor is available to the purchasing department. Then they will create a quotation and send to the selected vendors. In this way they can procure the material uh, later. And another is a contract, which is used by the purchasing department to enter into a contract with a vendor. Either it can be long term, or it can be like a scheduling agreement. Scheduling agreement is another type of contract which contains scheduling lines. That is uh, the material is required by the company at specific intervals continuously for a long time, and it is set, it is provided in the form of scheduling lines. Now I will discuss about the basic flow of procurement activities. That is, the first thing that happens is the determining the request. That is, the company determines what materials and services are required. Then it creates a requisition, which is where the plant user creates a purchase requisition form to inform the purchasing department about the needs of the items. Then there is a purchase order, which is created when the request is approved by the purchasing order. It is assigned to a supplier. It then goes to the supplier, and the goods are once the goods are received, the information, the material is received, its condition and quality is verified, the invoice is received from the vendor. It is then forwarded to the invoice department, and the invoice verification takes place, and the vendor payment is completed, and therefore the purchase order is then said to be accomplished, and the vendor is paid. There are two basic types of procurement, that is procurement for stock or procurement for consumption. A stock material, it is a material kept in stock once received from the vendor. The material keeps on increasing or decreasing based on the quantity received or issued. To, to order a material for the stock, the material must have a master record. Then another type of procurement, that is for direct consumption, when the material is consumed as soon as it is received. It is procured for consumption, and to order the material must also have a master record. Long-term contract, as discussed previously, is when the material is ordered regularly and in large quantity. The buyers can negotiate a deal with the vendor for price and conditions and record them in the form of a contract. There is another type of long-term scheduling agreement when the material is ordered at regular intervals, like on an everyday basis. It is to be delivered according to an exact time schedule. Then scheduling agreement is set up. Internal procurement is when a large organization owns multiple cooperation business companies, and it is the process of internal procurement is the process of getting goods and services from these identical companies. Each of these companies maintain their own financial bookkeeping systems. Special procurement Special procurement is like consignment stock. These are the materials that are kept in at company store premises, but it belongs to the vendor. Consignment stock is if the company uses that material, then they have to pay to the vendor. Third party processing. It is in this the company passes on the sales order to an external vendor who sends the products directly to the customers. Then another is returnable transport stock. That is, the goods are delivered by vendor but with a returnable transport stock and is stored at the customer's premise until they are returned. Subcontracting, in this, the vendor receives components required to manufacture a product. The product is ordered by the company through the purchase order. The components are listed in the purchase order and provided to the subcontractor. Stock transfer using stock transport order. One plant product produces, uh, one plant orders products from another plant internally. These goods are procured with a special type of PO called the stock transport order.